Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be getting into FHM 12 as Vancouver Canucks during their expansion year. But there is a twist. Random debut is on, meaning that any player from any era can show up and will show up. A couple things before we get into it. I did start this file in 1942 and simmed it all the way up to the 1970. But we do have an expansion brother in Buffalo, and that is our main competition going forward, but ultimately the goal is to win a cup. Currently, you are seeing footage of the expansion draft. It went fairly well, but overall, it was a pretty big team to start off with. We managed to get some studs like Barkley Plager, but we also missed out on a few guys to Buffalo. But I think either way, it was a strong foundation for us to get started.
Nice.
Along with Plager, we managed to get Dell as our starter and Pete Sears as our AHL backup. The defensive core should be fairly solid with Suster, Fred Barrett, and Lucas Cormier holding it down. In terms of forwards, we managed to get players like Mason Marchment, Joe Valeno, Nathan Gerbe, and Nick Bukestad, who had 21 puck handling. We'll see how he develops. In terms of my opinion on Hughes no longer being a Canuck, I don't think they'll ever recover from it. Don't get me wrong, Boone will be a great defenseman, and Rossi in that pick should hold value, and we'll see about Holmgren. But it's just. Anywho, let's move on to the NHL Amateur Draft and get the first Vancouver Canucks draft pick locked in, and also hopefully get the Canucks their first cup within the first few years. First. Damn, who's Harry Cameron? Toronto Blue Shirts. Oh my goodness. Oh. What? Who is this man? Let's take a look at Buffalo and what they got. They have a better goalie. Yeah, they got Berard. Damn. Where did he go from, Patterson? That's insane. Andy Pappe, yeah. Joel Lamb, yeah. They got a decent team. Okay. So with the first overall pick, and I guess our first draft pick in the history of this franchise, we're gonna go with the Canadian Harry Cameron. Gary Galley is. Yeah, we're gonna go Harry Cameron. Alright, let's see what Buffalo goes with. Poulet. Okay. We'll see. We'll see how it ages. I just know Cameron's gonna get minutes right away with us. Alright, then Galley goes to Pittsburgh, followed by Dylan. I'm not familiar. Cecil Dillon. Yeah, I wouldn't be familiar with that. Jack Adams goes. Holloway goes. Oh, I gotta be careful because we are coming up at 15. We are gonna make a call. I think we're gonna go Matt Dumba. Unfortunately, we don't have any of them scouted, so we're gonna go Matt Dumba. So Buffalo wants the Arventi. They go Sparrow. Then the Arventi goes. That goes. Toronto, please don't. Shit. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna let the AI finish it. That sucks. Watch Protus be like a 50-goal scorer. So post draft, let's take a look. Connor Ball. Yes, they're fast. Okay. So yeah, we'll sign Cameron and Dumba. That was fast. Try to fast track him. Alright, so I'm gonna sign a few free agents. I'm not gonna go crazy. Just because I do want the struggle to be real. There are some big free agents available. I don't think I'm gonna poach Vasilevsky. It feels like it kind of rushes our timeline. But I'm gonna go after Richie. Let's see, is there any good defense? Chris Weidman. Yeah, we'll give Chris. We will not be Chris Weidman. So Nick Ritchie, Martian, Drager all signed. So does Cameron. Okay. So let's get the captaincy down. I think we're gonna go Captain Plager. Richie can have an A, which sounds stupid. But we'll give it to him. And Suter, or Suster, can have the other. Okay. That's just what the roster's looking like. Nothing crazy. We're gonna let the AI do that. For a coach, we managed to get Scotty Bowman. A young Scotty Bowman, but still. He should develop into a good coach. We're in it for the long haul. I am gonna try to do. Yeah, we're in it for the long haul. Scotty Bowman is our coach. I'm expecting big things. Maybe not this year, but he should grow with the team. But this team is. I mean, there's some bright spots for sure. Where is he? There he is. So the first overall pick, Harry Cameron. Yeah. We're not even playing him. St. Louis. Does he get to play in St. Louis? Yes, he does. On the left side. Plager, I have tried to put on the left. For some reason, he's playing him on the right. Yeah, I got him on the left. So it's Harold guy can go down. Okay, pretty good preseason. I'm just gonna get through it. Wait, the first season's gonna be bad. Okay, so we are the worst team. Hands down. How was Buffalo decent? I couldn't tell you. System rankings. We have the best prospect system. We win our first game. Oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. They scored 2 goals. To start it off, we scored 2 more. Wow. Marchand being stat. Alright, good job, Bowman. Let's see how this first year goes. Do not resign player. Bill Masterson. Okay, so the owner doesn't like him for some reason. He wants a lot of money. He's not coming back. That's okay with me. We'll probably trade him. Toronto, St. Louis. You have a win streak there. You see that? Okay. It's the first month. Let's see everyone. Okay. Cormier. Cameron. Oh, you'd love to see it. That might have been a steal of a pick. Maybe. And then Marchand, yeah. Bill Masterson's actually done great. Let's see standing wise. I mean, we're in a playoff spot, I think. Right, looking at the first month of this franchise, we won our first game in the regular season, so we seem to be winning against expansion teams. We haven't won against a original six team yet, but we have time. Okay, I am just gonna sim to the end. Just for comparison, let's take a look at this team. Oh me, oh my. Holy. We might be able to outbuild them, but it's gonna be a while, so we have a competitive team. Yeah, and then just for comparison. Harry Cameron's gonna be good. Yeah, okay. So interleague draft, we shouldn't lose anyone. I don't think I'm gonna take anyone unless there's someone like Buffalo took someone. Yeah, Buffalo took someone. No, we're gonna forfeit the pick. All right, so we have arrived to the end of the season. It wasn't a terrible season. We did 5 points better than Buffalo, so I'll take it. But New York is your Stanley Cup champion. They beat Chicago. They actually swept them. And Chicago's team featured Yari Curry, Peter Forsberg, ooh, some guys I'm not familiar with, but PK Subban, Sean Dursey, Dave Tippett, Yuri Holik. Yeah, some good players, some very good players. And if you look at the Rangers, so it was Karlomov's team, Hap Day as well, Malikov, Kyle Connor. Yeah, some elite teams. We have a lot of work to do. In terms of how our team actually did, um, it wasn't too bad. Not too many players were actually in the positive, but we did get some good production out of Bruce McGregor, and I think I want to bring him back, but only for 2 years. Hmm. I'd go up to 105 for 2 years. Yeah, okay, let's do it. But sorry, going back and looking at this, Harry Cameron had an elite first season with us. Matt Dumbo wasn't disappointing, but he did leave a little bit to be desired, I would say. And then Marchand would be the other highlight, if not Richie. We got pieces. It's just about getting some core pieces to actually carry this team. So let's go into the award ceremony. Bill Masterson does win the Lady Bing. Hmm. Interesting. Karlamov gets the MVP. Gets the playoff MVP. Support. Yeah. We are not beating that, unfortunately. Jim Dale actually gets it. That's insane. Or is that different guy? I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you actually. Hmm. I'm hoping that's Jim No. Cousins and Masterson walk. Then the reason I'm letting him walk is because of this. I guess we could have done that, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I get fired. I don't. I don't think. Yeah. Anyone else? All right. Let's advance to July 1st. Hmm. So after the first season, they axed their general manager and their coach, or no, just their coach. Okay, so they axed their coach, which is fair. So this draft is stacked. You got Guy Lafleur, Bobby Clark, or Carlson, two Soviet players that are just disgusting. Spencer Knight, Louis Erickson, Bernie Morris, Sergei Gonchar. Yes, this is kind of disgusting. All right, we are gonna get Paul Bissonnette. All right, let's check out the draft order. We're six. Yikes, that's kind of rough actually. We should be able to get a good player, but I did not realize that there were 5 teams worse than us this year. How does Montreal up to? That's insane. We're also going to sign Eli Mikheyev. I think only 2 years though. I don't know, 50. 51's fine. Yeah, 2 years of Eli Mikheyev should be good. That's bold. That's very bold. Guy Lafleur. Third. First pick. Guy Lafleur. No surprise. Guy Lafleur goes to Los Angeles Kings instead of Marcel Dion. But I think did they trade for him or did they draft him? I'm not sure. But first overall pick, the LA Kings go with Guy Lafleur. No surprise. Does Bobby Clark goes second? He does. I would say Erik Karlsson goes 3, but you never know. Like this guy's a beast. Christian goes. Okay. Then Victor Shalom. I don't even know, man. Victor goes. Okay. So we're getting one of these two. Fuck. That sucks. So I think we were forced to take Erik Karlsson. But we are loading up on defense. I don't love it. Yeah, we are forced to take Erik Karlsson. But we're gonna go Erik Karlsson. I think it's a no-brainer here. I really wish we got this guy, but we did not, unfortunately. So we are gonna go Erik Karlsson. Then in terms of trading up, I don't think we will. I think we're just gonna accept that we're picking at 20, make that pick, and then send the rest of the draft. But we'll see. So St. Louis is willing to trade it. I guess I didn't even consider this guy. Yeah, it's Erik Karlsson. Spencer Knight, CJ Concher. Okay, let's see. Morris, Erickson, Prentice. So I think I want both Edvinsson. I mean, there's Edvinsson, Wall. So many good players. Lebedev. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Lebedev and Cromwell or Edvinsson. I think Edvinsson has higher potential, actually. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk to St. Louis actually and see about getting their pick. So I've decided to trade up. We're going to give up on Rich Preston and a third to get 21st, and then St. Louis is 4th. And they will do it. So let's do it. And now that we have back-to-back picks, we're going to go Lebedev and Edvinsson. And that kind of rounds out our 3 picks, actually, within the first 2 rounds. Kind of everything we needed. An NHL caliber center, and then 2 NHL caliber defensemen. Should really round out the team. I don't think it brings us to playoff contention, but between our defense is kind of set on that right side. Dumba, we might be looking at actually permanently keeping on that left side, which is a good problem to have. Actually, is too many right-handed defensemen. All right, let's finish the draft. Ooh. Okay, so apparently we had a bad draft. A lot of it wasn't in our control. Yeah. Beyond our first 3 picks, no one kind of stands out. We signed Erik Karlsson, Lebedev, and Edvinsson, and Paul Bissonnette. That should be it. I wish I could bring Bill Masterson back, but I don't think I will. What I will do is sign the one guy that expires, not this year actually. It's been pushed. Interesting. Training programs, I think AI. Yeah. Yeah, AI. Okay. Let's get to the preseason. And then we also get Mikheyev. So our team is actually looking pretty good, but I am gonna move Mikheyev to that left side right away. Let's see. Not sure who that is, but he's a Leafs legend apparently. 7 different teams, that's kind of ridiculous. Sean Evans, also not familiar with. Not familiar with. Dave Gagne, yes, another Leaf. So interesting. Good first preseason game. Who scored? I'm just not gonna for me. Marchand Carlson with an assist. Beauty. Alright, let's get to the regular season. Okay, so overall, I think the preseason was good. Just make some cuts to the roster. Edmondson, yeah, Edmondson, you're gonna sit for a bit. Yeah. Let me send this guy up. Just now. This guy, who is this guy? It's just now. Okay. I think we're good. Because then I have to clear waivers. Season preview, we're not for it at all. Alright, so we have our first game against Toronto. So Carlson is getting minutes over Harry Cameron. I don't know how I feel about that. Not very good. Okay, we tie it. Alright, let's get up to the trade deadline. Barkley Plager is the toughest player. You'd love to see it. Toughest players at the moment. So Merchant. Not off to a good start. We need to start trimming the chaff here and getting some better players in because it looks like we're actually potentially up for contention here. Yeah. Right, so that's us up to January 1st. I think that's where I'm gonna stop it, but let's do a quick recap. It's not bad. 500 for that first month. Not a bad second month. I mean, a couple wins in there, but also a good amount of losses. November was same thing, good amount of losses, so, but good amount of wins as well. We haven't played a game yet in January. Okay, so it seems like we're a very mid team. We're doing better than Buffalo, but the same as Montreal. In the expansion division, I think we would be in the playoffs. Let's see about here though. So yeah, I think we are close to the playoffs. It's just we got to get that 4th spot, I think, which we are 9 points away from. And then taking a look at our stats for the season so far, Aaron Dell's been playing great. Traeger's been a really good backup for him, so I'm pretty happy with it. And then in terms of our skaters, no one is going off, but Harry Cameron on the left side. Okay, so are we on Harry Cameron, Eric Carlson? No, Harry Cameron, Barkley, Plager, both on their wrong sides. I mean, hey, if Scotty Bowman wants to go for the 1Ts, he can go for the 1Ts. I'm not gonna tell him no. And then we got Dumbo with Carlson. Interesting. I think for now it's good, but we'll see. Just wanted to quickly say thank you for watching. Appreciate the support. Gonna be dropping the next one pretty quickly. Enjoy the day. Bye.